Hi, I'm Linda.
And I'm Craig, and we're from True North Align. Welcome.
And if relationship content brought you over here, you're actually in the right place.
Sure are. So, relationships, we see that they really shape everything. When you have a great relationship, it affects every aspect of your life in a great way. And when it's not so great, same deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything gets affected, your career, your money, even how you relate to other people outside of your intimate relationship, or if you've got a family issue going on, how it relates to your intimate relationship. They all have a big impact on what's going on in our world. So if relationships are strained, life feels harder. And when it's aligned, life moves. Yeah.
Sure does. Yeah. So most people think that when it comes to relationships, intimate and other relationships, the key is to, really try harder, manage more, fix the other person, and then we'll be great. Good to go.
Read another book,
Yeah.
watch another video, try and sort it out from that way of doing things.
Yeah.
And, it's really the effort that we put in that often keeps the whole pattern alive. We end up going into this survival pattern and we miss out on the truth of what's actually going on. And that actually is quite liberating. And at the same time can also feel a little scary sometimes, can't it? Because you're sort of like at a loose end because it's different to what you've always done.
Very much so. So coming from truth versus survival, two very different orientations, and they make a very big difference in our relationship results and experiences.
Yeah. And often we get that question is, does my spouse need to do this with me? And it's great if they can and they're willing to be involved. We certainly have plenty of couples that are involved in this work together as well. But actually, it's not necessary. If one person is shifting and starting to have new inroads, new insights into how relationships work, the whole thing starts to reorganize. Yeah.
Definitely. And so the patterns, the dysfunction, that sort of thing, they will actually organize themselves naturally when we stop breathing life into them. We stop resuscitating those old patterns.
Absolutely. So, what this space is about is, if you're looking for tools or techniques to change your partner, this is not the place to be. There's plenty of books and things that you can do, YouTube videos where you can discuss these things. If you want someone to tell you, oh, you're right and they're wrong or whatever, we're not going to do that either. And if you're not willing to look at your own role without going into also the pit of self-blame, because there's a fine line there, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's not what we're about either. And we're certainly not about fast fixes without having that deeper clarity being established as well.
That doesn't make those approaches wrong. It's just not what we do here.
No. So who is this for? It really is for people who are tired of repeating the same dynamics. You may have had the same argument that seems over and over again, and, it might be good for a while, but then it pops up again. So this is definitely a space where you'll learn about that. This is also for people who don't want to hear more about the therapy speak or the generic advice or, the books you've already read. If they were working, you would already be there. So it's more about people wanting more intimacy, more honesty, more freedom, and also extending out into those further relationships like family relationships, colleagues at work, friendships, communities even, like what's it like dealing with your local community. So it really is opening up a whole new world for you if you're ready for that.
And that's regardless of whether you're actually in a relationship or you'd love to create a beautiful relationship where you feel deeply connected together and have that shared experience with somebody in your life.
Yeah, ultimately, you've just got to have the willingness to stop pretending to have this certain persona, be ready to be in your authenticity and to orientate to your truth, what's true for you, and even honouring the truth for the other person or people as well. So, yeah. What about us? Why do we get to talk about relationships? Well, we're obviously life partners and we've been together for quite a while. We've been mentoring people in this field for quite a long time too. So it's grown from our lived experience and guiding hundreds of our clients as well. So both of us have been in partnerships before, and we really have explored the different dynamics and the different patterns that play out in many people's worlds in terms of relating to other humans. So we've watched this shift change everything.
So there's no rush. Look around and you'll know where to start. When you orientate yourself from truth, the next step becomes obvious. So welcome.
Yeah, welcome.